Hi, George and Damien. I hope you're happy, safe, and healthy in faraway Los Angeles. Today's story talks about the last time I ever spoke with my father, the last time I ever prayed. It features Doody Bear, who's here on my shoulder in case you didn't notice. And it lets you know I always like to end our conversations by letting you know I love you. It's called My Last Prayer. As the day shifts into night, I return home from work and slip into G&D duty, a duty combining logistics and love. After shaking off the stress of work, I begin discharging my duties on behalf of G&D. Tonight I'm solo, as Liz is on 24-hour call. This effort comes easy, as I am in love with my children. The logistics of dinner and bedtime and our preparation for school the next day are made pleasant through much on-the-fly storytelling. We have fun as we move through twilight towards bedtime. This Monday evening, our on-the-fly story revolves around the creation of Doody Bear, a small red bear with a 1-foot-tall French companion we call Jocko. Doody is based on one of DJ's favorite stuffed animals. G and DJ take turns adding onto a blossoming story as we guide Jocko through a desire to join a circus and then towards his introduction to Doody Bear. We roll with laughter as our story unwinds, lurching forward as the plan for Doody and Jocko comes to life. There is no script as the three of us pile on the random along with the beautiful. We shepherd Doody Bear to his destiny and bind him to his soon-to-be lifelong friend Jocko. The future is assured as a child's version of friendship and love unfolds just before bedtime. All right, Doody, I'm going to put you over here, okay? Thanks. Doody and Jocko safely bundled within a cloak of friendship, I tuck my children into bed and walk downstairs. Not being much of a cook, I order dinner from the urban cafe, and within 20 minutes the food has arrived. I settle down in front of the TV, my large jalapeno BLT at my side. The phone interrupts my plan as I wipe jalapeno sauce from my sleeve. God damn it, who the fuck is this? I pick up the phone as I mute the television. I listen in silence as Mom and Dad begin to waltz through their hellos and ask about the kids. On the other end of the phone, 250 miles away, they each hold a receiver, which allows them to tag team on the call. The TV silently unwinds its plot in front of me as I miss the all-important first minute of Law and Order. I'm annoyed. Mom asks about the kids. Yeah, they're asleep now, Mom, I respond. I'm acting like an asshole. My plan for dinner has been interrupted. Sensing my snippy mood, they both carry the conversation, softening me up with a tag team as they progress. Time is on their side, and they eventually win me over, and I begin to participate. Dad launches into an explanation of how he drove from New Jersey to Massachusetts and back earlier today to pick up an order of some sort of epoxy he wants his street crews to use to seal manhole covers in New York City tomorrow. His one-day trip has taken him within 20 or 30 miles of my house, but he was in such a great rush to get back to the city he didn't call and try to get together with me. Dad is passionate about his responsibilities. He believes the Giuliani administration takes city security seriously. They periodically order manholes sealed as a precaution against the placement of bombs under the street of New York City. In the past, welders were called in to weld shut hundreds of manhole covers. Tomorrow's sealings will seek to reduce the risk associated with a large UN function and a legal proceeding scheduled for later that week. Dad excitedly explains how the new epoxy is easy for the crews to apply and remove from manholes. After some good-natured teasing about what Dad may wish to do with his epoxy, I shift the conversation toward our recent week together on Block Island. Mom and Dad had pushed for a joint vacation, resulting in a trip last month. Today, Mom chimes in about G and DJ, and Dad talks about digging for clams and building little surf canals with the kids. He's a civil engineer, and again he becomes animated in our conversation. Mom guides the discussion toward my time with Dad. And don't forget, the two of you went to the gym before breakfast a couple of times, right? Though she knows the answer, she continues. And how was the gym there? Good? Dad's passion for working out kicks in, and he goes on and on about the gym's facilities. In response, I tease him, mimicking Rain Man. Hey, Glenn, very good gym. Brooklyn made free weights. Very good, very clean facility. Work out at 7 a.m. Very good, many reps. Very good. Mom joins in the teasing, and Dad humps about trying to come up with a response, eventually settling on, in your hat, Hump. Mom and I burst out laughing at his disjointed response. I imagine him shrugging on the other end of the phone as he quickly joins our laughter. Mom darts in and out of the dialogue like an expert facilitator. In contrast, the easy give and take of child-parent conversation does not come naturally to Dad. Unlike me, he didn't have two parents caring for him in childhood or calling him every week in adulthood. His childhood was difficult. His emotional development was stunted as he endured a home life led by two alcoholic parents. Neither of his parents loved each other, and both were prone to violent rages. Emotions were either unpleasant or non-existent. Like the clams Dad and my kids collected on Block Island, today Dad must be pried open. As Dad continues speaking about our time on Block Island, I chide myself for being such an asshole at the beginning of our call. Even in my late 30s, I can still embarrass myself by being a jerk to Mom and Dad. With Dad going on and on about Block Island, I randomly latch on to a memory. Sometime in my teen years, I can't recall when, I had let Dad know he had embarrassed me at one of my hockey games. I can't even recall what he said or what he did, but I remember his response. "Embarrassed, Glenn? You don't know what embarrassment is until you come home from school, step over your drunken mother in the hallway, find your little brother and sister, and go to hide in a neighbor's apartment before she wakes up, chases you, and beats the hell out of you. That's fucking embarrassment, Glenn." Now I'm embarrassed at my earlier lack of contribution to this evening's phone call. It would be our last, and he was trying to reach me. Lost in my thoughts, I hear Dad return the conversation to the epoxy. I sass him. "Dad, you're a knucklehead," I interrupt. "Why didn't you send a messenger for the epoxy or stay at my place tonight? You could have gone home tomorrow morning. I'm stuffing a BLT in my face and chugging a Coke right now. You would have loved it. Mom, what's this with this guy?" "Got me, Glenn," she laughs. "Got me." Dad responds, "Oh, I guess I could have done that, but I wanted to be in the field with the guys tomorrow morning. If I'd stayed up there in Massachusetts on this Monday night, I wouldn't have been back to work till noon Tuesday. You know, this stuff is going to save the guys a lot of time. They're going to love it." Running out of steam, he begins to conclude our conversation. Well, I'll let you go now so you can get back to doing whatever you were doing earlier. Dad, I was just eating and talking with you two. That's it. Hey, I wasn't really ready for a call tonight, but thanks for calling. This was nice. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad. We love you too, Glenn, and Mom hangs up the receiver. Dad stammers a bit as he struggles towards a response. Perhaps his ability to receive the grace of a simple emotional statement had slipped from his grasp when he stepped over his mother some 60 years ago in a Bronx hallway. Tonight, he goes with a standard refrain as a response to the last words I will ever share with him. Okay, Glenn, good enough. See you on the big job. We hang up and I enjoy the moment. I smile and think, that's good enough for me. I look at the clock and realize I have to get ready for tomorrow. It's Monday evening and I have to wake up early tomorrow, get G&D ready for school. I prep for our morning routine, and once finished, I seek bed. Under the protection of my covers, I pray, thinking of Liz, G, and DJ, my friends, and Mom and Dad. I picture the pair of them with their kids, with our kids at Block Island, and on the phone earlier this evening, chattering away with me. I picture Mom feeling content as she hangs up the phone, and I think of Dad nervously pulling out his lip after hearing me say, I love you. That evening, I pray for the best possible outcome. It is my last prayer ever. Georgia, Damien, I miss you. I love you.